64 to 70 million years ago in the late Cretaceous period. Found in Mongolia. They were 6 feet long and weighed 55 pounds. Velociraptors were scavengers, as well as hunted smaller prey, and eat leftover carcasses killed by larger dinosaurs. Torosaurus, herbivore, sauropod, lived between 68 and 66 million years ago in the Cretaceous period. Found in western North America, from Saskatchewan to southern Texas. Torosaurus skulls were huge, probably one of the biggest terrestrial animal skulls ever. They had a long frill with 2 holes in it. These frills were very strong and protected their neck from getting bitten by predators.
Pterodactyl, carnivore, pterosaur. They lived in the late Jurassic period between 148 and 151 million years ago. Their length was about 3.5 feet and weighed 2 to 10 pounds. Found in Africa and Europe, pterodactyls are not actually dinosaurs. They are pterosaurs and considered a flying reptile. The pterodactyl had an elongated beak with about 90 razor-sharp teeth.
Spinosaurus, large theropod. They lived in the Cretaceous period. Their length was up to 59 feet. They weighed up to 20 tons, about 3 elephants. King of the meat eaters, it is believed they ate fish and lived on both land and water, like a crocodile. They are the only true aquatic swimming dinosaur. The Spinosaurus had powerful jaws with straight teeth. Most other meat-eating dinosaurs have curved teeth. Scientists think this means they would shake their prey to tear off pieces. Diplodocus, herbivore, sauropod, lived about 154 to 150 million years ago, in the late Jurassic period. They were about 88 feet long and they weighed about 12 tons, as much as a large truck. Found in the United States, Diplodocus had very powerful back legs. Its body was balanced by a long heavy tail, often used as a weapon against attackers. They had a very small head compared to the size of its body and would have had a very small brain. Stegosaurus, herbivore, armored dinosaur, lived in the late Jurassic period, about 155 to 145 million years. Found in the United States. They were 30 feet long and 14 feet tall. They weighed 2 tons, about an average American car. Some of the bony plates of this dinosaur can be very large.
Half of these aren't. The Spinosaurus
Scientists
bigger
are
than
not
this
sure
car.
how the plates lay, or what they were for. Some believe they were for defense, but others that they may have acted as a way of controlling temperature. Skeletons, fossils, and bones. A complete skeleton will give a scientist a good idea of how big the dinosaur was and what it looked like. The skull will be able to tell them what it ate and other things, such as claws, body plates and teeth will show how it defended itself, or attacked its prey. Mostly skeletons are discovered in the form of dinosaur fossils. When some of the bones are missing, experts can often guess what they were like by studying other complete fossils. Just like your skeleton, the skeletons of dinos are made up lots of bones.
Some dinosaurs swallowed their prey whole and spat out their bones. Newly discovered fossils suggest giant flying pterosaurs had 2 stomachs, one for digesting food and the other for collecting inedible bones and scales. It means their bigger land-based cousins, such as the mighty T-Rex, probably did the same.
Dilophosaurus, carnivore, large theropod, lived in the early Jurassic period, 100 million years ago. Found in North America. Dilophosaurus takes its name from its most unusual feature, its rounded double crest. Some scientists think that the Dilophosaurus could only have eaten fish or already dead animals, because it had fragile teeth that would break often. Carcharodontosaurus, carnivore, theropod, lived
170 to 160 million years ago. Found in China. This dinosaur is the oldest known dinosaur. Scientists think that they might have lived.
Oh, she's trying to eat your fingers. You must taste like a flower.
It's an herbivore. I'm not too worried about it.
Awesome. You want to give her a high five?
Ankylosaurus,
Thanks, guys.
herbivore, armored dinosaur. They lived in the late Cretaceous period, 74 to 67 million years ago. They weighed 4,000 pounds. Found in Canada and the United States, Ankylosaurus was a heavily armored dinosaur that possessed bony plates and a large protrusion at the tails, making it more of a club tail. The Ankylosaurus was powered by an unusually small brain. practically the size of a walnut. Ankylosaurus, therefore, has similarities with its close cousin Stegosaurus, the most dim-witted dinosaurs of all times.
There's stegosaurs and
Tyrannosaurus rex,
Jurassic Park.
carnivores, large theropod,
Stop staring.
lived 66 to 68 million years ago in the late Cretaceous period.
it's fossilized.
Found in Canada and the United States. Their length was up to 40 feet. The T-Rex had quite a large brain for a dinosaur. This would have helped it hunt better. Large
Owns a
parts of its
Glenlog.
brain helped its vision and smell.
One
It
of
may
the ends
have
of
even had
Glenlog.
telescopic vision. Even more terrifying was its mouth full of 8-inch teeth, long and sharp, like knives. Stegosaurus,
What's 4-inch?
modern dinosaur, lived in the late Jurassic period, about 155 to 145 million years. Found in the United States.
I can barely
They
hear
were
it.
30 feet long and 14 feet tall. They weighed 2 tons, about an average American car. Some of the bony plates of this dinosaur can be very large, over 3 feet high. Scientists are not sure how the plates lay, or what they were for. Some believe they were for defense, but others that they may have acted as a way of controlling
Looks just like a
temperature.
chicken. No, it doesn't.
Namangia,
It does. Look at it.
omnivore, small theropod, lived 72
Wait,
million
what is
years
this?
ago.
No, oh, I thought it was a Glenlog.
Namangia would not have been capable of flying, so the feather fan that attached to the tail of Namangia probably served as a display device for signaling to other members of the species.
Better
Ornithochirus,
not be in there.
piscivore, had a
You are.
wingspan 3 times
better
greater
not
than a
be.
bald eagle's wingspan.
You are.
Lived during the
2 tons and can grow up to 35 feet in length. At the time they lived, they were the largest predators and at the top of their food chain. This means that they had no predators themselves at all.
Triceratops,
I was thinking we were
herbivore,
going to go to one of my favorite
Ceratopsia,
places here in Jackson.
lived
Of
between
course,
68 and 66 million years ago in the Cretaceous period.
Is this
In North
Triceratops?
America, it had 3 horns, a parrot-like beak, and a large frill that could reach nearly 3 feet across. The horns could have been used to fend off attacks from Tyrannosaurus. Puncture marks on fossil frills show that male Triceratops also used their horns to fight each other, probably to impress females. Carnotaurus, carnivore, large theropod, lived in the late Cretaceous period, 70 million years ago. Found in Argentina, 25 feet in length and 6.5 feet tall at hips. Weighed 2,000 pounds. The most of interesting Carnotaurus fact is that it had horns. 2 small horns located right above its eyes. It was
They're
the
just
only
repeating
theropod
things at this
dinosaur
point.
species to have horns.
Deinonychus,
Oh, Deinonychus.
carnivore,
These are the
Small
raptors in Jurassic Park.
lived
Or
120
Eudoraptor.
to 110 million years ago in the early Cretaceous period. Found in the United States. They were 10 feet long. Deinonychus could hold on to its prey with fearsome front claws. One huge claw on each foot swiveled a kick would rip prey apart. When not in use, the claw was held out of the way to keep it sharp.
That's the Deinonychus.
Europasaurus, herbivore, sauropod, lived about 154
What?
to 151 million years ago in the late Jurassic
That is
period.
too big.
They were 10 feet long and weighed 1,000 to 2,000 pounds. Found in Western Europe, Europasaurus is one of the world's smallest sauropods. It is small because of islandic dwarfism. It lived on an island and it shrunk due to limited resources. The small-sized body of this dinosaur makes its neck appear longer than its entire body. It had short legs and broad feet.
Harper. If you're taking pictures, the dinosaur.
Lived
What is this?
approximately 210 million years ago during the last part of the
Billions.
Triassic period. Found in Germany and France. Approximately 16.9 feet long and may have weighed about 280 pounds. Millions turns was a fast and agile
Oh, so you
hunter
could
that
bench
ran on
press
2
this.
powerful hind legs.
You could
It had
squat
a
this.
long, elegant tail that was used to balance the weight of its body.
Brachiosaurus, herbivore, sauropod, lived in the late Jurassic period, about 154 to 153 million years ago. Their length was around 85 feet and weighed about 40 tons. Scientists believe that the Brachiosaurus was a warm-blooded dinosaur, like mammals. These dinosaurs were herbivores, which means they were plant eaters. It is thought to be a high feeder like a
Pentaceratops,
There's nothing.
herbivore, Ceratopsia, lived in the late Cretaceous period, about 76 to 74 million years ago,
Triceratops?
found in the United States. This dinosaur was an herbivore and was
Oh,
heavily
Pentagon.
on the ground. It probably feasted on plant life that was close to the ground. This would have included cycads, club mosses, seed ferns, and maybe even bulbs. This dinosaur probably didn't have a whole lot of problems with predators. Not only did it have a bony armor-like skull, but it probably could have used it in much the same way Rhino does, by using it as a battering ram.
Parasaurolophus, herbivore/Eornithopod,
One of my favorites.
lived in the late Cretaceous period,
Yeah, my
76
two
to
favorites are
70
right now. Never
years
mind.
ago. Found
This
in
is one of my
North America.
favorites.
The bony crest on top of its head is believed to have grown as long as 6 feet long. Some scientists believe that air could be pushed through this crest, and that enabled this dinosaur to make low-frequency sounds. This means that it could use it like a woodwind instrument. Plesiosaurus, carnivore, Dolichodurus. They lived in the Cretaceous period, 135 to 120 million years ago. Their length was about 11 feet long. Found in Europe, the Plesiosaurus had very strong jaws and ate squid-like animals along with giant mollusks. It was one of the, if not the, largest aquatic carnivores, and would have to eat an abundance of food to sustain its girth. This animal was very large, and most likely did not swim very fast. Its primary form of defense was probably its very large size.
Therizinosaurus. Diet, unknown. Large theropod. Lived in the late Cretaceous period, 85 to 70 million
herbivore.
years ago. Found in Mongolia. The humongous claws on this dinosaur's hands were
It's not a
capable of
theropod,
reaching well
it's a
over 2
sauropod.
feet in length. Appropriately, its
Pretty
name
cool.
literally means side
Correct me if
lizard.
I'm wrong.
Metoceratops. Herbivore.
Edoceratops?
Ceratopsian. Lived between 67 and 65 million years ago in the Cretaceous period. Found in Wyoming, USA. A single skull fossil of this dinosaur was discovered. The appearance of Metoceratops was certainly quite unique and made the dinosaur stand out. The nasal horn is low and rounded, compared with the larger, pointed nose horns of typical
What is this?
Triceratops.
Uceratops.
Tyrannosaurus rex. Carnivores, large theropod. Lived 66 to 68 million years ago in the late Cretaceous
Hey,
period.
puny arms.
Found in Canada and the United States. Their length was up to 40 feet. The
Don't kill
T-Rex
me,
had quite a
please.
large brain for a dinosaur. This would have helped it hunt better. Large parts of its brain helped its vision and smell. It may have even had telescopic vision. Even more terrifying was its mouth full of 8-inch teeth, long and sharp, like knives. Dilophosaurus. Carnivore, large theropod. Lived in the early Jurassic period,
Hey, Dylan, this is
190
another one of my
million years ago.
favorites.
Found in North America. Dilophosaurus takes its name from its most unusual feature, its rounded double crest. Some scientists think that the Dilophosaurus could only have eaten fish or already dead animals, because it had fragile teeth that would break often.
Some dinosaurs swallowed their prey whole and spat out their bones. Newly discovered fossils suggest giant flying pterosaurs had 2 stomachs, one for digesting food and the other for collecting inedible bones and scales. It means their bigger land-based cousins, such as the mighty T-Rex, probably did the same.
Skeletons, fossils, and bones. A complete skeleton will give a scientist a good idea of how big the dinosaur was and what it looked like. The skull will be able to tell them what it ate and other things, such as claws. Body plates and teeth will show how it defended itself or attacked its prey. Mostly skeletons are discovered in the form of dinosaur fossils. When some of the bones are missing, experts can often guess what they were like by studying other complete fossils. Just like your skeleton, the skeletons of dinos are made up lots of bones. Thank you for enjoying the show.
Okay.
You want to get out and look at this stuff, bud?
Yeah. I want to get
Sure?
some pictures. Yeah, I want to get some pictures.
Okay.